Kate Martin just exposed the dark truth about her Las Vegas nightmare and the phone call from Caitlin Clark that saved her career. What she revealed about the Aces organization will make you question everything about how the WNBA treats its rookies. The former Iowa star, who helped Caitlin Clark dominate college basketball, found herself trapped in a system designed to break her down, watching her dreams crumble from the bench while veterans hogged every meaningful minute. But the story Kate's telling now about her escape to Golden State and the secret conversation with Caitlin that changed everything is sending shockwaves through the league. If you think Kate Martin deserves better than what Vegas did to her, smash that like button right now and let the WNBA know we're watching how they treat these young stars. Before we dive into the Vegas disaster, you need to understand what Kate Martin really meant to Iowa basketball. Everyone remembers Caitlin Clark hitting those logo threes and breaking records, but Kate was the engine that made everything run. She wasn't just setting screens and grabbing rebounds, she was the calm in the storm, the voice that steadied everyone when things got chaotic. During those legendary Final Four runs in 2023 and 2024, Kate averaged 13.1 points and nearly 7 rebounds per game. Those aren't role player numbers, those are leader numbers. But what made Kate special wasn't her stats. It was her ability to make Caitlin Clark even better. That South Carolina game in the 2023 tournament, when Iowa shocked the undefeated Gamecocks, remains Kate's career highlight. She was everywhere that night, clearing space for Caitlin, communicating on defense, setting the tone physically. When Caitlin needed someone to trust with the game on the line, Kate was always there. They had this telepathic connection where Kate knew exactly when to crash the boards for Caitlin's misses, and Caitlin instinctively found Kate for the perfect hockey assist. It wasn't just chemistry, it was basketball poetry. But here's where things get dark. The Las Vegas Aces drafted Kate Martin with promises of development and opportunity. Instead, what she got was a masterclass in organizational dysfunction. Her playing time tells a story that should make every basketball fan furious. In May of 2024, she averaged 20 minutes per game, respectable for any rookie trying to find their footing. By September, that number cratered to 11.5 minutes. Her production dropped to 2.6 points and 1.6 rebounds, not because she forgot how to play basketball, but because the Aces forgot she existed. What happened next would shock everyone who believed the WNBA was about developing talent. When the playoffs rolled around, Kate Martin played exactly 3 minutes across 6 games. 3 minutes total. Not per game, total. That's not player development, that's a message. And the message was crystal clear. In Vegas, Kate Martin wasn't just unwanted. She was invisible. The same player who helped lead Iowa to back-to-back Final Fours was now being told to grab a towel and stay ready for nothing. The psychological toll this took on Kate is something she's only now starting to reveal. Imagine going from playing in front of sold-out crowds at Carver Hawkeye Arena, being a crucial part of the most exciting team in college basketball, to sitting on the end of a bench, watching your career waste away. Every practice became a reminder that no matter how hard she worked, no matter how well she performed when given the chance, the coaching staff had already decided her fate. She was there to fill a roster spot, nothing more. But that wasn't the whole story of what was happening behind closed doors in Vegas. Sources close to the situation have revealed that Kate wasn't just benched. She was actively discouraged from speaking up about her lack of playing time. The veteran-heavy Aces roster operated like a closed circle where rookies were expected to know their place and stay quiet. When Kate tried to advocate for herself, asking for feedback on what she needed to improve, she was met with vague responses and cold shoulders. The message was clear: wait your turn, even if that turn never comes. This is where Caitlin Clark enters the picture in a way nobody saw coming. Now in 2025, as Caitlin continues to dominate with the Indiana Fever, despite dealing with recent injury setbacks, she's been keeping close tabs on her former teammate's situation. Kate recently revealed in an exclusive interview that Caitlin called her during the darkest moments of her Vegas experience. The conversation, which Kate describes as life-changing, wasn't just about basketball. Caitlin reminded Kate of who she was before Vegas tried to break her spirit. She talked about their Iowa days, about the player who made everyone around her better, about the leader who never backed down from a challenge. Caitlin's message was simple but powerful. You're too good to let them waste your talent. Find a team that sees what I see. That phone call became the catalyst for everything that followed. Kate started exploring her options, quietly putting out feelers to other organizations. When the Golden State Valkyries expansion opportunity emerged, it wasn't just a fresh start, it was a rebirth. The Valkyrie, building their roster from scratch for their 2025 inaugural season, saw in Kate exactly what Vegas couldn't or wouldn't see: a foundational player who could help establish a winning culture. The contrast between how Vegas treated Kate and how Golden State has embraced her is staggering. With the Valkyries, Kate isn't just getting minutes. She's being developed as a core piece of their future. The coaching staff actually communicates with her, provides detailed feedback, and most importantly, believes in her potential. In recent 2025 preseason action, Kate has already shown flashes of the player Iowa fans remember: aggressive on the boards, confident with her shot, and that same calming leadership presence that made her invaluable to Caitlin Clark. What makes this even more interesting is the ripple effect Kate's story is having across the league. Other rookies who've been buried on veteran-heavy rosters are starting to speak up about their experiences. The WNBA's supposed commitment to growing the game and developing young talent is being exposed as selective at best. Teams like the Aces might win championships with their veteran cores, but at what cost to the future of the league? How many Kate Martins are sitting on benches right now, watching their careers slip away because organizations refuse to invest in development? The timing of Kate's revelation couldn't be more significant. With the WNBA experiencing unprecedented growth in 2025, largely thanks to stars like Caitlin Clark bringing new eyes to the game, the league can't afford to waste talent. Fans who followed these players from college want to see them succeed in the pros, not disappear into obscurity because of organizational politics. Kate's story is forcing uncomfortable conversations about how the WNBA really operates behind the scenes. But here's where things get even more explosive. Kate has hinted that her Vegas experience wasn't unique, and that other young players on the Aces roster faced similar treatment. While she's been careful not to name names, sources suggest that the organization's approach to rookie development has been a problem for years. The success of the veteran core has masked a toxic culture where young players are seen as expendable rather than investments in the future. This isn't just about playing time, it's about respect, communication, and basic professional courtesy. The psychological impact of being frozen out can destroy a young athlete's confidence. Kate admits there were moments when she questioned whether she belonged in the WNBA at all. After dominating in college, after being a crucial part of one of the most successful programs in women's basketball history, she found herself wondering if everyone had been wrong about her talent. That's what organizational neglect does. It makes you doubt yourself even when all evidence says you shouldn't. What saved Kate wasn't just Caitlin's phone call or the Golden State opportunity. It was remembering who she was before Vegas tried to diminish her. She's the player who shut down opposing teams' best scorers in college. She's the leader who kept Iowa composed in the biggest moments. She's the teammate who made a generational talent like Caitlin Clark even better. Vegas might have forgotten all that, but Kate didn't, and neither did the people who actually matter. The response from fans has been overwhelming. Social media has exploded with support for Kate, with many calling out the Aces organization for wasting her rookie season. The hashtag Golden State Kate has been trending, showing that fans haven't forgotten what she's capable of when given the opportunity. Even current WNBA players have subtly shown support, liking, and sharing posts about Kate's situation. The basketball community is rallying around her in a way that sends a clear message to organizations that treat rookies as afterthoughts. Looking ahead to the rest of 2025, Kate Martin's redemption arc with the Golden State Valkyries could become one of the best stories in professional basketball. She's not just trying to prove Vegas wrong, she's trying to show every young player stuck in a similar situation that there's hope. Her success could fundamentally change how expansion teams approach roster building, prioritizing hungry, young talent over aging veterans chasing one last paycheck. The connection between Kate and Caitlin remains strong despite playing for different teams now. They've been spotted training together during the off-season, and Caitlin has been vocal about her support for Kate's fresh start. When these two face off, when the Fever play the Valkyries, it won't just be a regular season game. It'll be a celebration of a friendship that transcended organizational boundaries and a reminder of what real support looks like in professional sports. Kate's story also raises questions about the WNBA Players Association and whether they're doing enough to protect young players from these situations. If rookies can be essentially shelved for an entire season without recourse, what's the point of the draft system? The league needs to address this before more talented players have their careers derailed by organizations that refuse to develop them. The most shocking part of Kate's revelation is that she almost walked away from basketball entirely. After the playoff benching in Vegas, she seriously considered retiring at 24 years old. Think about that for a second. A player good enough to start at a major college program, good enough to be drafted into the WNBA, nearly quit because one organization made her feel worthless. How many other Kate Martins have we already lost because they didn't have a Caitlin Clark to remind them of their worth? As we move deeper into 2025, Kate Martin's journey from Vegas nightmare to Golden State dream is far from over. Every game she plays, every minute she gets, every contribution she makes is a middle finger to the system that tried to bury her. She's not just playing for herself anymore. She's playing for every rookie who's been told to shut up and wait their turn. For every young player whose dreams have been deferred by organizational incompetence. If Kate Martin's story makes you angry at how the WNBA treats its young talent, drop a comment below with Golden State Kate and subscribe to this channel for more exclusive coverage of the stories the league doesn't want you to hear. The truth about what really happens behind closed doors in professional basketball needs to be exposed, and we're not stopping until every fan knows exactly how their favorite players are really being treated.